Hey sugar, welcome back to my channel. I am Ro, the Black Magnolia, your favorite bougie babe, bringing you all of your bougie but budget-friendly tips and faves. I have to say, I have been watching all of the Christmas content that has been all over the internet, and it has inspired me yet again. So 3 years ago, I decided we were not gonna have a real tree in the house anymore. I was sick and tired of the pine needles for years and years that I would find all over the house. I couldn't stand lugging it into the car and into the house or paying to have it delivered, and then spending almost as much as I would on like a few Christmas gifts on just a tree every year was starting to stress me out. So I decided we were going artificial. And my main tree in the house is a King of Christmas tree. I love it. I'm gonna be doing a video on how I decorate that every year as well. But I decided I wanted a smaller tree for my sitting room. I didn't want something too grand or too big. It's a smaller room and the ceilings aren't as high. And I also didn't want to spend a lot of money. I have been seeing all over all of these content creators taking these little scraggly looking, raggedy little trees and turning them into these gorgeous works of art. I thought to myself, so I think we can do that. So I went to Walmart into their garden section and I found this $39 tree. Contemplated getting it in green and then flocking it, and then realized I was not that committed to that whole process. It was no. So I found this white tree for $39 and I got it out of the box and I thought to myself, you have made a grave error. This is bad. You can't do anything with this. Oh, but was I wrong, because that same tree that you see behind me here is the tree that you'll see here. Yeah, this little guy, I took it out of the box and looked at my son. I said, I think I've made a mistake. But everything turned out great, as you can see behind me. Let's get into how I decorated it, and you can see where we started and where we wound up.
Before decorating your tree, it's essential to lay out all of your ornaments. This way, you can evenly space everything out and avoid the dreaded issue of running out of ornaments or groups of ornaments halfway through the process. No one wants a tree that looks like it got dressed in the dark, all uneven and slightly confused.
So here we are on our transformation journey of these ornaments that are going to go on the tree. I'm out in my yard and I am going to take these ornaments here that I got at Walmart for $4.98. It's just a set of 2 bells. And I really liked the shape on this. This is what I'm going to use to add interest in the tree and along with the tree topper, but I don't love the color. I do like the glitter on here, and I'm hoping that spray painting it is not going to take way too much of that. I've got my Rust-Oleum Gloss Pink, and we're about to get to work. Now we're ready to spray. Next, I got these really cute stars, also from Walmart, and I believe these were $1.98. We are going to be painting them rose gold. And I don't want them completely rose gold. I want some of the regular gold that was already on there to show through to them like that. That's the original color. So kind of yellowy, kind of brassy looking. And there is the more coppery rose gold. And are you really decorating if you don't have a beverage? No, you're not. Fluffing is the key to making a sad little tree not look like a sad little tree. And your branches are gonna come kind of like that. I don't know if you can see that. But what we're gonna do is we're going to spread them out and move them around to try to make them look a little bit more natural as a white tree can look. Okay, so we're doing our best here. We're using our imaginations, and we want it to like lay down a little bit more than it is, because right now it's just giving us more bottle brush. Remember, any spots where there are holes or anything like that, we're gonna fill those in with ornaments. What I like to do is try and take some of the branches and stick some of them up. I don't know if you can kind of see, like this one here. I'll pull it up so that it sits in the tree like that a little bit better. And then I'll just kind of go into the tree and move things around some and just try and make things flow. So this is after we fluffed it. And what I like to do is after I fluff the tree, I like to step back from it and then see the holes in it where I can move things around a little bit more. I can see at the very bottom right here, I need to do a little more fluffing. And then right here, I need to do a little more fluffing. And I think after that's done, we'll be good to go.
Step one with decorating your tree is always that topper. You get it on there first, make sure it's positioned properly, and then you can decorate down from there. It gives you a good visual as to how you're going to set up your ornaments and how you're going to place everything. If you want a full detailed video on how I make my tree toppers, check out this one here, or it'll be linked in the description box below for you. And I will lay out exactly what I do to put these together. And one of the advantages of an artificial tree is that you can use the branches to secure your ornaments and your ribbon. I love that. I used to have to use ornament hangers or floral wire when I was doing it on a natural tree, and that's not bad, but it can get a little bit tedious, and this just makes the process go that much faster. When you're adding the ribbon to your tree, the goal is to make it look like it's flowing naturally. Kind of like you just threw it on there, it landed and did its thing, but in a more sculpted, decorated kind of way. Instead of a large 4-inch ribbon on this tree, I decided to go with the mesh glitter fabric here. I thought it gave a really nice quality of shimmer and sheerness without looking too heavy. And that was really important in this design because the tree is white and I didn't want to completely cover it up and hide that and not be able to see that pretty white snowy color through it. This fabric is mesh, so it does tend to stick to itself and stick to anything you put it on. So it was a little bit of trial and error with it, and this is very much a trust the process. It looks a little crazy as I'm doing it, but you'll see as we keep going how it winds up. So I started out by just trying to place it in the tree and then decided I was going to do loops. So what I did was I just grabbed that first end and turned it into a loop underneath itself and started to tuck, and then continued to do that down the tree. And as I tucked it, I fanned it out to make sure it was covering enough of the space so that I could see where I would be able to place my next set. I did use 3 bags of this mesh to do this. Now I'm gonna add in my 2.5-inch accent ribbon that I used in the topper. I'm gonna put that right on top of that mesh fabric to give it a little bit more dimension and give it a little bit more depth. Now that all the ribbon's been placed, I'm gonna start on making the centerpiece for the tree. I want there to be a center focal point that's gonna anchor everything together.
I want to use this in the center of my tree. I don't hate this ribbon around the sides, but I don't love this. I don't think I want to cut it off because I think, you know, at some point this might be pretty. I may switch up my style or something later and want a more boho kind of a look for Christmas. So instead of taking all of this off and kind of redoing this, I'm just going to take this piece and these pieces, if I can tie them up together to kind of make it a little bit flatter. And that way I can switch up my style at some point and then have something completely new and different that doesn't cost me any more money, but it will help me change up my look if I want to at some point. I don't love this ribbon, so I am going to take some of the ribbon that I have here that I'm going to be using on the tree, and I'm actually just going to hot glue it right to the top of this. And I'm going to do my bow super simple. I'm just going to take my ribbon here. My two pieces come this way. This piece comes down. Those two come up. I've got my coordinating ribbon. I'm just going to take this. Taut. Do that. And now I'm going to go heat up my glue gun because apparently I didn't do that. So, I'll be right back.
And here it is, placed right in the center of the tree. I'm going to build off of this placement for all of the rest of the decorations that I'm going to put around. I've just taken a couple of the branches on the top and the bottom and curved them around that piece so that it'll hold it in place. I don't have anything hanging. I've just placed it and tucked it into the tree there so that it will hang on and won't move. Now for the fun. So we've placed our topper, our ribbon, and our centerpiece, and now we're gonna go in with all of the large ornaments to fill the holes in the tree. We're gonna do that because then we can place all of the smaller secondary ornaments around. You wanna take these bigger ornaments and then tuck them as deep into the tree as you can to make sure that it's giving depth and it's gonna give that fullness where a tree like this that doesn't have a whole lot of fullness to begin with, that's where it'll get it from with all of these balls that we're gonna put in there. And here I'm just alternating between the solid and the glitter and the white and the rose gold. So you can see I'm kind of zigzagging down the tree with each of the colors and each of the textures. And because this is only a 6.5 foot tree, it isn't as heavy or as sturdy as say a 9 or a 10 foot would be. So what I did do as I got to the bottom with these balls, because they are larger, I did take a couple of the branches and pop them through the ornament holes on there and wrap them around just to give them a little extra security in case anybody bumps into it or walks around it. I got this piece from Walmart. It's $7.98. That was kind of expensive for one pick, but I'm gonna break this up into a lot of tiny little picks, and we're gonna use those to add some green to this white tree. And as this video was being edited, we realized that all of the rest of the footage of me putting the rest of the decorations on the tree is gone. So I have for you the finished product here. So future me is going to go over everything that I put on the tree here for you now.
Like these little pillows that say Mary on them. These were $3.98 each. That was the starting point of the tree for me, and everything just kind of all came together from there. These little picks here, also from Hobby Lobby, they were originally $4.99, 50% off. These beautiful iridescent, almost holographic snow flowers, these were also $4.99, 50% off. These rose gold balls, the solid and the glitter and the white, they came in a pack of 3 from Hobby Lobby for $15.99 each. they were 50% off. So I bought 2 and spent what I would spend on 1 and got 6 ornaments. Now, the funny thing is that everything that I got at Walmart was more expensive than everything that I got at Hobby Lobby. I did add some sprigs of flocked greenery into the tree to kind of make it look like the whole tree was snow covered, but some of the little pieces didn't get any snow on them or only got a little bit of snow. And that's what gives this a little bit more depth and helps fill in the holes. See, everything on this tree is inexpensive. These little pink balls here, I got from Walmart, a set of 6 of them for $3.48. So what I want to do is get the most bang for my buck, but still let it look like I spent $1 million on my tree. But then I can take that money that I save and put it towards presents, because we all know we all like a good gift, right? Right. Well, thanks for spending time with me decorating this tree sugar. If you enjoyed it, if you liked what I did here, if you want to try this for yourself, let me know in the comments if you have used a synthetic tree before, artificial tree, I don't know what you want to call it. It's something. It's not real. You don't have to water it. That saves me time. Let me know in the comments if you have, and if you've tried King of Christmas, if you've gone to Walmart, where it is you like to get your artificial trees from. And that way we can share the bougie but budget-friendly tips that we have, because we don't want to gatekeep here. And also make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because we won't be able to do fun things like this together if you don't. I will be bringing you more holiday-centric content here as the season goes by, gift ideas and gift guides, but in the meantime, take a look at this video that I did last year that shows you how to get what you want for Christmas every single time. Also, if you didn't like the video in the beginning, like it now, because you know you do now, because you're still here. Until next time, stay bougie sugar, but budget friendly.